Welcome back here on the Daily Racing Form weekend preview. We're going to head on over to Tampa Bay Downs. We'll go back in time, though. Alexa will hop in that DeLorean. We'll go a little earlier in the card to some of the stakes races on the undercard. And any of you that are watching, if you want to get some free Daily Racing Form past performances, those all-access PPs throughout the day, check out that QR code on the bottom of your screen. You can get one of those unlimited passes throughout the day. So we're talking Saturday. We're talking February the 8th. We're talking race 5 over at Tampa Bay Downs. This one is the Pelican. It's a sprint race for 4-year-olds and up, Alexa, but there's like no early speed in this race at all. You can see the designation on the Timeform US pace projector. There's icicles because it favors front runners. It's like that, or there's no speed. I mean, who do you even think can get towards the lead in here? And who are some of the horses that are on your radar in this race?
Well, one I really like is the 3 Silver Slugger, and you can see that's the horse who should be on the lead. Agreed. And I think you just have to like it. I mean, he's been going at lower levels, but undefeated at Tampa Bay with 3 straight wins at the track, including a win last month after a 10-month break. So that was kind of a refresher, and now I think he can improve second off of that break. And his trainer, okay, you have to take this stat with a grain of salt because this is a sample size of 4 horses. But he's won 3 of the 4 off of those long breaks, so that's 75%. And I just think being an early leader in this race is going to be worth a lot. And at 15-1, definitely one to include.
Think about in any sport. We have the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. The best team, the best player, the best horse doesn't always win. And it's because of matchups. It's because of styles. It's because of how different matchups can create different things. Sometimes you'll have speed versus size. In this particular situation, pace, the pace of the race, the speed of the race, how it sets up, that can be the equalizer. Sometimes horses that aren't as good, but they have a little bit more early speed and they catch the right field at the right time, they can take advantage by just using their tactics, by using what they have successful. That's early speed. Silver Slugger as at least one that you want to use in some of the under exotics. Let's get to selections for the Pelican here. I put the 6 on top, Alexa. I know you have in the 4 spot. I think he can sit close in a race where there's just not that much early speed. And I like some of the races he exits. I have the 3 in the back end as well. So I put the 6 on top, Dreaming of Kona. Alexa with the 3, Silver Slugger. Let's flip to the next race at Tampa Bay Downs on Saturday. Race number 6 is another stakes race. This one's a fun race, Alexa. It's called the Minaret. There's actually a couple horses in here that you and I talked about a few weeks ago when we previewed the inside information at Gulfstream Park on Pegasus World Cup Day. We have the number 4, Nick Style, who was entered in that race, but she actually scratched. She didn't run. And then we have to the outside, Muccia, who was also, I think, going to run in that race. But neither one of them did. They've been rerouted here. It's probably a better spot for both of them. They're like in against softer company. Do you think they're some of the top contenders? And who do you like in here?
I do. I was trying to beat Nick's Style, and I just couldn't. I actually would be pretty comfortable singling this horse in pick tickets. You know, she's the stakes winner who ran her worst speed figure ever last race, but still won the race. And that worst ever was better than most of what her opponents do in here on the regular. You know, she's 5 for 6 with 1 second, tactical speed. She's won on the lead. She's won from coming off the pace. So I think she's definitely the one to beat. Not going to get great odds on her, but another one, if you want to throw in a price, is the number 1, Opus 42 at 12-1 morning line odds. And who's a stakes winner here at Tampa last year, has been off for almost a year, and her trainer, Arnaud Delaware, I don't know.
Delacroix. Yep.
Delacroix is really good at bringing his horses back after those long layoffs, wins 29% of the time. So, you know, been working out really well and is used to running like a lot longer distance races. So I think should be a pretty comfortable spot for her to return to. So that's kind of my single and a price horse underneath.
Well, let's move to selections here. What I'm going to do, Alexa, I'm going to use the 8 Muccia on top. To me, she's the only horse that has a couple races in here that are close to what Nick Style has. So I think with a really good effort on her A game, she can kind of sit close from the outside. She's proven at Tampa. I'll give Muccia a little bit of a shot on top of Nick Style. 8, 4, 5, 6 for me. You can see Alexa's selections 4, 1, and then she'll put the 6 and the 5 there in the 3rd and the 4th spots. Let's move to the third race that we're going to talk about in this segment. It's going to be race number 9 on Saturday at Tampa Bay Downs. This one is the Suncoast. Kentucky Oaks points are on the line. They'll be traveling 1 mile and 40 yards in here, Alexa. Some of the major players in this one, the number 4, Her Laugh. She's 2 for 2. She just won the Untappable last time out. She's a major player. And then you have Lacara, who won the Grade 3 Pocahontas. I think she was my Breeders' Cup pick in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. She didn't really fire that day, but her resume before that is really good. And this is like a nice starting point for her to get her first race of 2025 off the bench.
Yeah, I really like Lacara. She's actually sitting in 12th place on the Oaks leaderboard right now. That Pocahontas win was the first Oaks earning potential of the season. So she was the first horse to, be at the top of the leaderboard, and she's training really well. She's so consistent, has really good workouts. It looks like her trainer, Mark Cassie, has her tuned up and ready for this Oaks Trail campaign. So I think she looks really, really good. Another interesting one's the 5, Junta at 12-1. New on the scene, only one start in December at Tampa, but she won with ease and posted a really nice speed figure for that first time out. So this is the first time against Stakes Company, which is always a litmus test for horses, but again, been training really well and is by Constitution, who's a sire whose horses perform really well on dirt.
So, my name is Gino Nicola Buccola. I'm Italian, right? So, if you didn't know that, now you do. I got to go to Italian Soiree in here, the number 3.
Wait, is your middle name Nicola?
Gino Nicola Buccola.
My middle name's Nicole.
Look at that. How about that? I used to say it's not a name, it's an attitude. Gino Nicola Buccola Jr. The 3 Italian Soiree in here is the pick for me. The blinkers come on. When you look at the horses that have defeated her, they're just a little bit better than her. Like, she hasn't run bad races. She's been 5th and 4th, and just go through each of the horses in front of her. We're talking about Mayday Ready, who ran in the Breeders' Cup, totally justified. We're talking about Vixen, who just came back and won a stakes at Gulfstream. Nitrogen, who just came back and won a stakes at Gulfstream. She just lost to some nice horses. This is a good starting point for her. Flavian Pratt jumps aboard. Italian Soiree. 3, 6, 8, 4 for me. 6, 5, 4, 2 for Alexa in the Suncoast. When we return, we head out to Oaklawn Park. We'll preview the Buccola up next.